He did something no ruler had ever done. He banned every god, shut down temples, destroyed traditions that had existed for thousands of years, and replaced them with just one. But what happened next was so shocking that his entire existence was almost erased from history. Ancient Egypt was built on belief. Gods were everywhere, in the sky, in the Nile, in life, and in death. Every temple, every ritual, every king that was connected to them. But then, one pharaoh changed everything. He didn't just challenge the system, he broke it. And for a moment in history, Egypt became something it had never been before, a place with only one God. And then it all disappeared. His name was, but he wasn't always known by that name. Before the change, before the revolution, he was part of the same system as every pharaoh before him, raised in tradition, surrounded by priests, guided by beliefs that had shaped Egypt for generations. But something about him was different. Something didn't fit. And this is where the story begins to shift. Because instead of strengthening the old ways, he began to question them. Not openly, not at first, but slowly, quietly, until that doubt became something much bigger. Because in a civilization where religion controlled everything, questioning the gods was dangerous. Then one day, everything changed. He introduced a new idea, a single god, the Aten, represented not as a figure, but as the sun itself. No statues, no idols, no hidden temples, just light, visible to everyone. And this is where things became extreme, because he didn't just introduce a new belief, he erased the old ones. Temples were closed, priests lost power, names of other gods were removed as if they had never existed. And this was not a small change. This was a complete transformation of society. Religion, power, control. Everything shifted. But that kind of change comes with consequences, because when you remove power from those who have always had it, they don't stay silent. At first, his new system held. The old gods were gone. The new belief stood alone. But something wasn't right, because outside the capital, Egypt was weakening. Allies were slipping away. Control was fading. And this is where the story turns dark. Because after his reign ended, everything changed again, fast, decisively. The old gods returned, temples reopened, and his legacy was targeted. His name was removed. His monuments were destroyed. His story was rewritten, as if he had never existed. And this wasn't random. This was deliberate, because erasing someone from history takes effort. It takes intention. Today, we know his name again. We study his choices. We question his motives. But for a long time, he was gone, hidden, forgotten. Not because he failed, but because what he did was too powerful, too dangerous to be remembered. And the question is, was he a visionary who changed history, or a ruler so controversial that the world tried to erase him forever?